some plans beginning to take shape that could potentially start the baseball season in early July. Probably no fans, but potentially in home ballparks. Also, last couple of days, some word of Francisco Lindor. Sports Illustrated had reported that Lindor's camp had refused to negotiate any type of deal with the Indians that would extend that contract. That the Indians would love to try to talk about an extension, but have been unable to engage the Lindor camp. And early this morning on the Korean baseball telecasts, Buster Olney reporting that he's hearing more and more that if baseball gets going again in early July, one of the first people that could be on the move is Francisco Lindor of the Indians. Let's welcome back in Doug Lesmerises. Doug, that's an awful lot to digest and talk about. When you look at that, what do you think each and every week that goes by with Lindor, his value on the trade market probably goes down? Just thoughts about the Indians potentially trading him.
So I think two things. One is, I sure hope there's no vilifying of Francisco Lindor through this in the end. Listen, that guy's a star, right? On the field, off the field, he has got everything you want in a franchise player and in the face of a franchise. And if he, in the end, wants to go do that in New York or LA or somewhere, Chicago, I don't know, bigger market, boatload of money, a team that can just pay him more than the Indians can reasonably pay him, and just provide him more opportunity to be a national sports figure maybe than he would get in Cleveland. I just hope people don't get too mad at him about that, because he's been a great Indian and he's a special guy. So I'm a little worried about, because there's going to be, I think, some stuff. Fans are going to be frustrated with the franchise. I don't know if the franchise then will try to make the point, well, this is what the player's doing. I think there's room here that there's no good solution. And so maybe in the end, we don't have to be mad at Lindor or the Indians. We just have to say this was sort of inevitable. The other thing is, and I am, sometimes I would rather a team push it to the edge and be willing to fall off a cliff and say we maximize everything we could in the moment. And so I understand, and I don't think that's how Chris Antonetti and Mike Chernoff are going to work. They're going to try to be smart. And as you said, if Lindor's value was going down, they want to try to get the best value in a trade. But man, if you really think you can still win a World Series while he's here with Jose Ramirez, with Shane Bieber, like they still have, with Mike Clevenger, man, they still have some really good pieces. I am not at all against saying we're going to milk every last game out of Francisco Lindor, knowing we have no chance of signing him. But there is value in getting every game in an Indians uniform out of him that we can, because that is our best chance to win a World Series. And the Indians can't be in the business of like turning up their nose at a chance to win a World Series. And there's no guarantee that what you get back is going to produce that World Series chance. So I get it. I hope it doesn't get too ugly. I imagine if they make a deal, it'll be pretty smart and people think there's good return. But man, I also would not mind seeing Francisco Lindor in a Cleveland uniform till the last possible inning that he could be here.